Hi, welcome to the first ever What's Left in Your Tank. So this is for our family and friends, but just in case there's anybody watching who doesn't know who we are, I'm Rob.
I'm Eileen.
This is Eileen, and
He's my husband.
We retired at the end of August and hit the road full time in our RV. So this is kind of like a recap, pretty much of the first 4 or 5 weeks. Some of the places we've been to, some of our experiences for people who haven't seen it. We have been posting some things on Facebook, but this is for kind of like a bit of a wider audience. So let's start off. So we left Carmichael, Sacramento. That's where we were living. We left there on August the 30th and went to Markleyville, which is kind of like southeast of Lake Tahoe. That's where her daughter Rebecca as we call her, and her fiance Caleb live.
Not fiance.
Okay.
He hasn't proposed yet.
Okay. And her boyfriend Caleb live, and we stayed there for a week or so. It was Caleb's birthday week. We shouldn't mention why, right? It's his first birthday. Probably not, right?
No.
Okay.
Oh no, why not?
And from there...
No, it was Caleb's first birthday, because he'd never had a birthday party before. So we gave him his first birthday party.
That was a lot of fun. They have a pool, so we spent some time that week in the pool, hanging out with Becca and Caleb before we hit the road for real. So we left there, and really we wanted to get across Nevada as soon as possible because we wanted to go to the Utah parts and then drop down into Arizona, work our way back, leaving at the beginning of September. So that didn't leave us an awful lot of time. So like I said, we wanted to get across Nevada pretty quickly. So the first night was really just a rest area. It's called Salisbury Wash. And then we headed to Kershaw Ryan State Park. And that was a really nice park.
That was a nice park. I liked it a lot.
We get a senior discount. So that was only like $17.50 a night, I think it was. It's in a beautiful... Because
we're old now.
Yeah. Because it's in a beautiful little canyon. It had a park at the top, and it's kind of a little strange the way it's set out. It's really, really pretty up there, and a grassy area and like a play area for kids. And then they had a little trail out the back of that. So we tried to do that on our e-bikes. So we're traveling, we're not towing a vehicle. We just have our 2 e-bikes. So we went up there on our e-bikes, but it was really loose gravel. And we had a little bit of an issue. Well, somebody had a little bit of an issue.
First night?
Our second night.
Oh.
Yeah. So we tried to go up the hill on the loose gravel, and Eileen had a little accident.
I didn't have an accident. He thinks I had an accident. He kept going, and I told him I cannot ride my bike on this gravel. And he kept going, and then he wanted to just park the bikes and go on the walking trail, because we couldn't take the bikes. And he pulled his bike, or left his bike down below, and I told him no, they need to be closer to the trail and we need to lock them up, and he wouldn't listen to me. So I tried to move mine, and I accidentally hit the throttle and the bike went out from underneath me. I didn't get hurt, everybody's fine. And so anyway, that was kind of the end of that. We didn't even go on the trail. We just went back.
Right. So instead, the next morning we went on a bike ride, actually, out of the campground, just following the kind of like the gorge or the canyon up. And that was a really beautiful ride.
It was a gorgeous ride. Yeah, it was really nice, and the weather was great, and we just had a good time.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. So, yeah, we quickly moved across into Utah and actually dropped down a little bit into... would have been Arizona, I think, right? Virgin River, that Virgin River campground. So this was This is not.
This is our third campground, okay?
Yeah.
And it's Arizona and it's hot.
It's a recreation area, so there's no hookups. Okay, so no electricity or anything like that. So yeah, that was a really, really hot night, but it was nice sight down by the river.
I didn't like the site.
She didn't like the
I
site.
didn't like it. I guess any other time of the year it might have been nice if it was not so hot and dusty, and yeah, I didn't like it.
Okay. But we moved on, went into St. George.
However, the park ranger was really nice, and he talked to us for a very long time, and we liked him. So.
True. Yeah, we went into St. George, which is kind of the largest town in the area, to get some supplies, and then we went to Zion, so Watchman Campground.
Love that campground.
Yeah, that's right at the top of the town there, just outside of Zion. And actually, right from the campsite is one of the trails, the bike paths that goes all the way up through Zion. So,
and we had a river. Too,
yeah,
and we went swimming in the river.
We were kind of sitting in the river, shall we say?
Sitting in the river, yes.
A couple of times. That was really fun, cooling off in the river. And I think we really liked Zion. That the first day we took the e-bikes pretty much all the way up to the top. Second day we used the shuttle and went to some of the stop-offs and some of the little hikes.
But if you go to the top and you want to go into the Narrows, make sure you have water shoes. So we weren't able to go into the Narrows because we weren't prepared, but it was still gorgeous, and we had a really good time on that bike ride.
It was not planned for us to go into the Narrows. We did the river walk up to the Narrows.
But I wanted to do the Narrows.
Right.
So.
Right. So one of the good things about that is, well, Utah has some strict alcohol laws. And one of the things is in a bar or in a restaurant, you typically have to buy food to be able to consume alcohol, right? However, we did find this little bar right by the entrance to the park, which didn't seem to enforce that law, shall we say?
They had different rules than all the other restaurants.
So we hung out there for a little while, had a couple of beers. It was really, really nice spot too.
Yeah.
After Watchman, we headed over to Bryce Canyon. So we actually went a little way past it to a campsite where we could kind of park up. Eileen wanted to do some laundry, that sort of thing. So it was just resetting ourselves a little bit. And the following day we went into Bryce. We stayed at the North Campground. So that wasn't full hookups, but it was kind of in the forest there.
It was a beautiful site, and what I liked about it is that the bike trails that we could ride our e-bikes on were right there, so we could just get on our bikes and go anywhere in the park that we wanted to, and I really liked that.
It was cool. It was a really narrow campsite. It was kind of like a semicircle, but it had a tree right in the middle of that turn, so we were pushed right up against that tree, but managed it. And then Bryce itself, that's really incredible. If anyone's been there or have read about, seen photos, it's unbelievable. There's not many places to go. There's like 4 or 5 outlooks that you can go from, and you can hike down into it. I went down a little way, but it's not a lot of other things that you can do in that park. Really, I mean, you can hike through the forest. We went on e-bike rides, that sort of thing.
Yeah, the e-bike trail or the bike trail was really nice, and we were able to get to most of the points that we wanted to go to. So Sunset Point and Sunrise Point. However, we went to
Sunrise
at sunset, which wasn't that great, but it was still pretty.
May sound stupid. It was one of the recommendations that I read about because it's less busy. And you still kind of get the effect of, the sun going down over the park, but maybe it wasn't quite as good as from the Sunset Point. But
no, it was pretty though. It was nice.
Yeah, absolutely. From there, where did we go? I've really got to look this up. Canyons of the Escalante, or the Escalante. I don't think we ever worked out the pronunciation of that. I think it's Escalante. So this is it was kind of a stop off point for us, on the way to, some other areas like, actually Moab, where we were heading to. But we stopped there for a couple of days, and on one night we went out to eat
we
dinner.
had date night, our first date night on our trip, and that was
Right.
really fun. And it was a super cool restaurant with outdoor patio seating, but they had the best pizza.
Yeah,
The best pizza. It was delicious.
definitely the best
And,
pizza I've had in,
yeah, it was really
many
really good.
years.
And very reasonably priced too. So if you're in Escalante, can't remember the name of the place. What was the name of that place?
The pizza place.
Is
yeah.
that what it was called? It was the pizza place.
I'll add a photo of it there.
Yeah,
and one of the photos
nice
actually is the nameplate.
And, yeah,
I
great
didn't write it down.
service, and everybody was super nice, and the pizza was amazing. We loved it, and they had good beer too.
Right. And talking of alcohol, the next place was a Harvest House place. It was called Etta's Cidery.
Oh yeah.
And that is, well, Etta's Place Cidery, sorry. So that's named after Etta Place. Anyone knows the movie Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid should know Etta. So that was Butch's girlfriend in the movie, or Sundance's girlfriend, both of their girlfriend.
And Robert Redford died the day before we got there.
Yeah.
So it was kind of like we wanted to watch the movie that night, but we couldn't find it on anything streaming, so we weren't able to watch it. But then we did later find that we had the actual DVD for that movie. Oh no, wait. Oh yeah, we had the DVD for it. However, we couldn't play it because we don't have the DVD remote control for our DVD player in the motorhome. So
then you rented it for like $4 or something.
yeah, and ended up watching it. So we got to reminisce on that, and we read more about Etta to really find out who she was. And interesting story. And by the way, Katharine Hepburn did an amazing job playing Etta in that movie.
Katharine Ross.
Did I say Hepburn?
Yeah.
I meant Ross. You know, my favorite guy's wife. Anyway.
The ciders were good. The kind of snack with it wasn't so good.
The what? Oh, yeah.
The bento box.
Well, she hadn't been in the kitchen for a while, and so we got some appetizer, what do they call them? Bento boxes. And the crackers were kind of soggy because they had been in the refrigerator, but the ale was good. We liked it. We ended up buying 2 bottles of the ale that we liked the best. We got 2 flights, so Rob got one and I got one, and we tasted them all and decided to buy 2 of the bottles of the favorite one that we liked, and it was good. And the woman, I can't remember her name, but she was super nice and treated us really well, and it was a good place to just stop. And we took a bike ride into town and had ice cream, and what else? Went to the visitor center.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, we went to the wrong visitor center.
We didn't.
Yeah, it was for the wrong county. Remember, we went to the county one, not to the...
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
okay.
So wrong visitor center. But anyway, it was a nice stay and beautiful in there. Beautiful. It's obviously it's a cider place that we stayed at, so it's an area where there's a lot of fruit trees and stuff, and so it was really pretty, and that was fun. We had a good time.
Yeah. From there we went to Goblin Valley.
Oh, I like Goblin Valley.
And so we actually boondocked there.
For 3 nights.
Yeah, 3 nights just outside the state park, and it was all set back against the kind of like the bluffs, the cliffs, and yeah, that was
we went for a little hike right by our campsite, and we were out in the middle of nowhere, and went for a little hike there and found a really cool little like cavern,
slot canyon.
Yeah, and it was really cool. Enjoyed that little hike, and then what did we do? Oh, and then we just stayed there.
Well, we also went on a bike ride.
Well, we went into the Goblin Valley where all the goblins are, and that was really cool. We enjoyed that. Yeah. And then the next day we decided, or no, that same day we decided to take our bikes up to, what was it called? Muddy River. Or down to up and down to Muddy River.
Well, down in your case.
Oh,
You went down.
I didn't fall down.
She rode into the ditch.
I didn't fall off my bike.
She was trying to pop her neck while
I had a
riding at
kink in my
25
neck.
miles an hour
I
on
had
an
a kink
e-bike.
in my neck, and I twisted it to try to pop it and drove off the road into the ditch. But I didn't fall off, and I didn't get hurt. I did scream because Rob was in front of me and didn't see me. And
Broke your headlight.
broke my headlight, but he fixed it. It's all better now. And I was fine. I didn't hurt myself.
But you need to take care of
Okay.
the e-bike.
Well,
Come on,
right.
concentrate. Anyway.
I was fine.
So from there we went to Moab. And I was really looking forward to going to Arches. Kind of when we started looking into this was kind of like top of my list. And I'd say we weren't disappointed.
No,
Really, really
right.
enjoyed it.
Beautiful. And we went in we went in 2 days, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we did our thing where we had a car.
Yeah, we rented
a
a car.
car for the week. And so we drove to the top. We like going to the top first and then working our way down and stopping at all the different viewpoints and stuff. But it was just amazing. The canyon, I mean the arches were just unbelievable, and really enjoyed that stop. It was great.
And then we went to Canyonland. So we actually moved to a different RV park, just kind of outside of Moab. And so we could go into canyons, be closer to canyons, because it's quite a long drive into that park. Also with Arches, actually, getting up to the top. But so that was the point of the car. We took we did a night or two in Moab. Went to had dinner. A couple of beers, of course.
And then we found this really cool brewery that we liked a lot, and we went there after we did our sunrise visit to the Arches, and went in there and had some beers after our hike, and really good beers, and really enjoyed that place. Can't remember the name of it though.
Yeah. The Moab Brewery.
Is that what it was?
That's what I'm going with.
Anyway, so when we moved to the other campsite that was closer to the entrance to the Canyonlands, and we drove all the way up to the top again. And however, the very top was closed because it's under construction.
Yeah.
But it was beautiful, and really enjoyed our day there. But we ended our day going to that state park. What was the name of the state park? Oh no, that was the next day when we went for sunrise.
Yeah, the Dead Horse.
Yeah, the next day we went for
park.
the sunrise in the
Mesa
Arch. And then after that we went down into the state park, which I really enjoyed. It was actually the location where the final scene of we're old.
What's her name in Louise?
Thelma and
Louise.
Where they drove off the cliff. So we had a good time there. That was a nice little hike that we did, and beautiful. The Colorado River runs through it, and it was just gorgeous. And I actually like the state park better than Canyonlands, but it was fun. We had a good day.
Right. So then we were heading. We went into Colorado briefly and came down the very kind of like west side of Colorado, but the main point being the $1 Million Highway. And
the $1 Million Highway. I survived the $1 Million Highway, and I got a t-shirt to prove it. But that highway was beautiful, gorgeous. I mean, it was fall, all the colors, the reds and orange and yellows.
Yeah, fall was just starting,
just gorgeous. But oh boy, it was white knuckle the whole way.
Right. Yeah, with the elevations of, fall comes sooner.
Oh, we went to 10,851 feet in the Mini Winnie Ginny, and she did a fabulous job getting us up there and down. But it was gorgeous. It was a beautiful drive. However, it was very stressful.
White knuckle ride.
So we ended up stopping in Silverton.
Uh-huh.
and went to the
Place
Shady
was-
Lady.
Yeah, the
The
saloon.
Shady Lady saloon, and they were dressed in their, their old clothes, the bustles, and the boobs hanging out and everything, and had a mule there to get over our drive
Moscow mule.
through the well, it wasn't, it was called a miner's mule or
Oh,
something.
that's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Their version.
But it was good, and so we had our drink, and then we moved on and headed towards Durango.
Durango.
Yeah.
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 And that's a real nice campsite, right down by the river. The railway, the famous railway, Silverton Durango Railway, which is still a steam engine that actually goes right through the RV park.
Several times a day.
Well, yeah, they only run it like 3 or 4 times a day. So
the first one is at 8:30, so you knew when it was 8:30 because the horn would toot. But it's like a tour train ride.
Yeah.
So they take you up to all the way up to Silverton and through all the mountains and stuff. But
right.
we didn't do that because we had just driven over the $1 Million Highway. So
The car rental was cheaper than the train ride.
right.
basically.
We didn't have a car there.
No, we didn't. No.
No, we
No,
rode
I mean,
our bikes.
yeah.
But we did take a nice bike ride. There's a bike trail that goes all along the river from our
We did
campsite.
rent a car there for 1 day.
Oh, we rented a car for 1 day to go to Mesa Verde. We went to Mesa Verde, and that was really cool.
We were really lucky on a couple of counts. Number one, the weather. The weather had been fantastic up until that point. And, like 2 to 3 weeks, I think, before we set off, they'd had a major storm come through this entire area. They had the major fires, through the area. Obviously, you probably know the ones like at Grand Canyon and at Black Canyon of the Gunnison. So, we avoided those as well. And then, of course, when we went to Mesa Verde, that was the day before the government shutdown and the shutdown of the parks, effectively. And we did miss out the Black Canyon of the Gunnison on the way down. We stopped at Olathe on the way down the $1 Million Highway, and we went into Black Canyon of the Gunnisons. And the area had been scorched. They did a great job saving the visitor center there. You could see that the fire came up within like 15 yards of the visitor center.
Yeah. We were very lucky.
Yeah, some incredible views down that canyon.
Is that where we rode the bikes?
Yeah. The various stop-off
So we
points, the
drove
outlets.
the motorhome up there, and then we parked at the visitor, or just outside the visitor center, and got on our bikes and went for a really nice ride. And
Yeah.
got to see some beautiful canyons and the river again. The San Juan. Is that the San Juan that ran through there?
Yeah.
No, it
must
was
have-
called something else.
No,
Anyway.
it's the Gunnison River.
Oh, the
Black
Gunnison
Canyon,
River.
Gunnison.
Yes.
Yeah.
So really pretty in there.
Okay, I think that would do for the first one because that was to the end of the month, and like I say, the day before the government shutdown. So we're already like 25 minutes into the video. Although I'm going to edit some of the mistakes out if I can. But so that's our first ever video. That's our first ever month on the road in the RV.
And it's been a
full-time.
blast.
It's
We're having a great
fantastic.
time.
Yeah.
And knock on wood, we haven't had any serious issues with the Mini Winnie Ginny, and she's doing a fantastic job getting us where we need to be.
Yeah. Lots of exercise, lots of walking. We're both a little thinner in the face, I think, if not anywhere else.
A little bit.
And in good health.
Yes.
And so we love all you guys, and we'll speak to you soon.
Yes.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye for now.